Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Olympus Chosen. That was a pretty fun way to end that episode, right? Now, I did not do that on purpose. I just kind of ran out of time and I just needed to take a break. I thought perhaps I was going to be able to fit this in the end, like in the next day when I was editing, but that was not the case. But I thought it was kind of a good opportunity to take advantage of it anyway. So, let's open up this door. It is round 16, and hope is nearly lost in this second attempt. We do have a couple city guards back here. They are both elite. We have a city archer here and here. And the boss is standing behind this. And we need to kill him immediately. Looks like we're going to be able to do a couple turns before resting for all three of you. So I think what we're going to have to do is open the door now, charge at the boss here, and try to take him out. Quick. That is the goal right here. Okay, so I think we want to go in early too. Let's see how round 16 goes. First up is Aries. We're going in with brute force to move and shield, and then skewer to attempt to hit somebody. We'll see who that somebody is going to be. Then immediately following at 36 is the scoundrel Ate, going to stand in the doorway with swift bow. That should reach to this line, but not the back line. So yeah, that'll give me some potentially good options there. And Cragheart, Oxalis, Dirt Tornado, Massive Boulder, just going late. I have quite a bit of fear for you at this point because you have the least amount of cards now, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to be dead. So you could be losing a card very, very soon. If they decide to hit for 3 or more damage. So we'll see. We will see. Good. We do not have to worry about this. And hoping that they pull a minus. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they pull a minus, that's good. If they pull a 0, I'm fine with that. But at least the guards are not going to be moving. Now, as I said in the last episode, I do know what's behind this door. I do know because I've played this one in the board game before as well. It did not go this poorly. The first attempt that I've actually played with this did not go this poorly. And I only beat it in the first attempt. And it's difficult. I have no doubts about that. I think I might have got lucky, or I might have had a different synergy going on. But anyway, I did open this door in the last episode, but because of that recording issue, you haven't seen it yet. So I figured this would also be a pretty good place to take a break too. So anyway, let's open this door.
With the guards' bodies in your wake, stirring and rising as the undead, you knock through the fortress door. Today we stand against the darkness. The captain of the guard bellows at you, surrounded by soldiers. To me, I will not let the city fall to this scum.
Yes. You're probably right, but there is a treasure chest back here, and here he is, where I might have let this slip out in the episode when I said that he give some strength to the guards, or his allies, I guess. So that is what he's doing. He isn't going to move, which is, I'm okay with that. But if we are going to be standing adjacent to him, we really need to be careful about his attacks. So, and of course, he's going to be going early and going to be increasing these attacks by +1, which is a major problem. But let's move in. Do I want to be attacking? Actually, let's think about this. Do I want to be attacking this one or this one with my skewer? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's just move into here. Yep. Shield up. And we'll skewer here. Decent. Now, one good thing here is that none of them are elites. That's one good thing. Okay. Move up to the door. And let's start hitting them. You know what? I'm going to use the eagle eye goggles here. Yep. Let's use the eagle eye goggles. Yeah. That's not much of a center there. Come on. Ooh. Good start. Good start. Oh. You're saved. Yeah, the +1. Trample. I needed him to have one more turn. I'm really disappointed in that. Ooh, okay. Actually, yeah, because I forgot the boots were there. Let's use the boots with this, and then I can still make this attack against that. The muddle would be nice to attack all of them and muddle. I just don't know if... I guess I do have the minor power potion too, but because this, I don't really know if I want to use it, so... Let's go into here. I can keep going. Yeah, let's do it this way so that we can get damage across everyone and still do a decent amount of damage against you. That is a good start. A good start. Okay. Round 17. I have to take a short rest with the brute. But that doesn't necessarily mean... No, that doesn't mean I have to. Let's see what else I can do here. I'm gonna do this. Smoke bomb and single out. That's going to pull like you to here and I can kill you now. Pull with a the single out, so I can get rid of one of them. And just hope that these guys don't move very often. I could go for the unstable upheaval. That would be dealing, what is it, 2? No, attack 3 on 2 hexes away with consuming earth. So I could maybe move over here and then make the attack on everyone to get a little bit closer. That would be burning a card. But I need to be doing a lot of damage right now. And if I have to burn a card to do that, and I even have this too, I think I have to go for it, guys. I'll move over here with, let's say, Heaving Swing. I guess I could even use this. Let's do it that way instead. So I'll go Rumbling Advance to deal 1 more damage here. And then Unstable Upheaval to attack all of them. And that's even getting me closer to the treasure chest where I'd like to just get it. And if I have to burn a card, I burn Heaving Swing, and so be it. That means I'm potentially going to be burning 2 cards. So I'd have 3, so he'd only be able to have 1, I guess 2 more turns. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think I have to be this crazy right now. And short rest. I have to go for the short rest, I think. Yep. And burn whatever it is. So I can move up and skewer, I think. Provoking Roar with skewer so I can get through this. This is going to come down to the last 2 cards. I guarantee it. So they're not moving. They are moving. He's moving. But we're going before all of this. So potentially able to kill them, maybe. That's not a lot of damage. And then burning a card. Someone's probably going to have to burn a card for that. Okay, here we go. It's like all or nothing. Oh, that's the worst possible outcome. The worst possible outcome. Okay. So I might want to pull this one. Oh, no, because he's still gonna go. Okay. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not okay with it. I'd like for him to actually just be dead by now, but... And it's not too far away. I guess I'd have to be putting him like here or here. Okay. Well, let's make this attack. That's good. That's good. Now it's your turn. I could do this to kill you and deal a damage here. And then still be able to reach this one and that one. I think I have to do it that way. There we go. Another one down. Here's the big one. Okay. It would have been nice if we killed her too, but 17 health, that's not too bad. This music. It's too much for my heart right now. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to burn Heaving Swing. Oh no, he's getting 1 turn. Because he's only getting 2 cards back right now. Oh man. Okay, Do I take the long rest and... No. I mean, no, I can't. I can't take the long rest here. I have to take the short rest. But it's actually not too bad. Short rest. I really wanted to lose Dirt Tornado. I wanted this one. But what I don't want to do is, first of all, why blur out? I kind of hate this. I don't like that this blurs, because I want to see what the cards are. I don't want to lose this card. So it's a 50-50 chance to redraw. I take a hit, a damage, but I want to be going early. So yeah, I have to burn it. Rumbling in advance. That's what I was trying to say. Because I can use Rumbling Advance to move here to kill her and deal more damage, and then Dirt Tornado, you know, it'll be at disadvantage, but it will muddle him. So, okay. I'm going to perform a short rest here. It's going to come down to you. I'm okay with burning Swift Bow because I can go for things like Flanking Strike. I can go for Smoke Bomb and Flintlock, kind of a combination, hoping that I just don't pick that. Let's do this. Flanking Strike to move up, single out to hit. I'm not going to be using Eagle Eye Goggles anymore, unfortunately. And then you, I just got to take these two cards. Okay. Oh, he's just going to heal. I'm okay with that. City guards are actually going to be moving a lot. That's kind of rough. And then that archer is... The archer could actually ruin all of my plans here, because if he gets hit, he's dead. So I think instead, because he's just going to heal, I'm gonna move back here. Let's move this side, because then he can move to here. No, we don't need to do it that way. Yep. Yep, let's go up to here. And I'll use single out against this instead. Oops, skip. There. So we don't have to worry about any incoming damage this round. It would have been nice to make an attack against him, but I think it's okay. Now, do I use Shield Bash for an attack 4, knowing that I don't have many more turns left? I kind of want to. He can't be stunned. No, you know what? No. Let's not do it that way, but let's move all the way into here. I can't be burning cards. Let's just make a normal attack, or a default attack. That's okay. And then just the this. I still think it was worth it, though. Oh, we can't be muddled. Okay, that wasn't worth it. And now you're exhausted. Well, we'll have you do like a long rest. Here they come. So, yeah, perform a long rest so you don't exhaust, but I don't know if that's necessarily, I don't know. It probably won't do anything, but we'll just see it happen. And now a problem here is, do I go for smoke bomb to go invisible? And then what? Because I'm standing next to him. You have to... Ooh, you know what? Let's not, actually. Let's do this. Let's just, I'm just going to use these 2 cards and go early. And then you just take a long rest. That will get some gear back. I don't think it's going to be too helpful, but it will also heal you, and then it'll direct the attack to her, and she has the most health. Is that the best way to think about this? And it would give Aries an extra turn. Okay, not too bad. Even if it's a ×2, it's not going to kill her. Oh, nope, never mind. It's going to continue healing. Okay. Well, let's loot. Or actually, let's just punch him and then I'll walk over. There. So at least we're dealing damage. Please don't be damage. A chainmail? That's cool. Not for her though. She'll be able to sell it, I guess, so she's got extra money from it. And now they're moving too much. And now they're healing. Loot. That's gone. Okay. So this gives him kind of 2 more turns. And it doesn't matter what happens with you. Sorry, buddy. We get a short rest. And I need to do that because I want this. I kind of want to use this, but maybe I should have long rested there. Smoke bomb single out. We can just continue to use single out though. Yeah, he's going to be dealing an attack of 5. Ooh, but I could move. And there's nowhere for me to move. That would be the ideal place. Oh no, I can just make this... What am I talking about? I make this attack first, then I move away. But I can't move away. No, I can't. Because I need him there for this. Oh my god, 5 more damage. Well, at least they're not moving toward me this round, so that's good. Look at that. I'll take the damage and deal some more damage back. 4 left. Round 21. short rest. This is your last chance here, guys. This is Aries' last opportunity. We'll just take the 2 cards that we have. Although, if he decides to heal, then this is too late. Oh. Redraw. No. Okay, I just screwed that up. Okay, well, we'll take the single out, I guess. Just don't heal. Okay, well, we'll take this. You son of a... And burn this as well, because I'll just get points. These are your last 2 cards. I can't believe this. I guess I can, but... Just gonna walk around a little bit. Got 6 movement, so let's do it. I can't believe this. The fact that he's healing. Alright guys, this is everything. What a ride.
The last of the guard falls, and once more you see a transformation of the bodies into soulless, walking corpses. Jexera steps through the doorway behind you. You have done well, mercenaries. Proved yourself in the face of these relentless pigs. With my bodyguards dead, you will be my new right hand, and we will rule over this city as it was meant to be ruled over. The last remnants of the old empire has finally fallen, and you should be proud.
I am proud.
But there is still much work to be done.
Okay.
The Merchant Guild grows concerned about the declining quality of our water supply. We feel there may be some dark force at work below the sewers, poisoning the city. I've also heard some talk behind closed doors of a dragon making roost in the Copperneck Mountains. Some merchants can be such children, but still, the reports are worth investigating. Whatever it is, it could be a threat to the city.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Scoundrel, you carried us. I mean, you ended up killing the boss in the end. 70 damage done. Well done. Well done. Okay. A whole lot of XP, actually. That's pretty cool. Look at how many items. That is quite the record. You know, I'm still confused by this, because I feel like record is not the right way to... Like, they already have the shield. Record should be personal record. I think that would be a much more fun way to see record. Like, Scoundrel has 6. Okay, that's the most for this scenario. And that's shown here. And, ooh, this is your personal best. 6 in one scenario. Well done. Like, say record there. But to have record and that, I feel like this was the intention, to use it the way that I'm explaining. And it's not implemented yet. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks this? I don't know. But anyway, we beat this. Let's stop being picky right now, I guess. Victory is ours. Unfortunately... Oh, you were supposed to get 13. How much did you get? 9. Yeah. It's pretty tough. We probably could have done it if I focused on it a little bit more, but I also think that it might have... If I had focused on it too much, maybe it would have led to defeat. But at least Aries did pick up a perk point. That's good. I'm still in shock right now. That was unbelievable. I love it when particularly a boss fight like that ends on the last 2 cards. What a rush. What a rush. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Skullbane Axe design. Huh. I wonder why it gave me that. I think I know the reason. But it's interesting that it gave me that here. So anyway, I don't think I remember seeing this. I'll show you why I'm confused about it here in a minute. 15 gold each. Jexura paid out in the end. Well done. Our reputation has suffered a little bit. Prosperity is up by 2 and 8 XP each. Well done. Well done. The mountain pass is now unlocked. This was talking about some potential threat up in the Copperneck Mountains. And abandoned sewers try to fix the poisoned water supply in Gloomhaven. And it looks like he got a couple more elite monsters. Well done. Whew. Okay. Right. One thing I want to look at here. Yeah. So, Impalement of Light. Find the Skullbane Axe in the Necromancer's Sanctum, and then use it to kill 7 living bones, corpses, or living spirits. That's why I'm confused about it. So it seems that we can now purchase it, and it makes me guess that because we took Jexura's side, then the Necromancer's Sanctum is closed off to us, or maybe this is a another way to get the Skullbane Axe. But it is now available. So let's go take a look at that. And we will also be selling off the chainmail, but I want to quickly show that off. It's basically, it's an upgrade of the hide armor. But it gives you 3 -1s instead of 2 -1s. And so we'll certainly just sell it off here. Because she's not going to put that to use. She's not necessarily, I mean, you can kind of tell. I like the way that these perks tell how the build kind of works, or that, like in this case, the scoundrel, a thief or a high agility type of character. So you don't have the perk available to her to remove any negative effects from items, such as what Oxalis and of course Aries has. So in that case, right, then we'll be getting rid of the chainmail for her. It'll give her 10 more gold, which is helpful. We're certainly just never going to use that, so sell the chainmail off. And maybe somebody else can buy it. Maybe Oxalis will eventually upgrade to stop wearing leather armor, although I've been enjoying it. I've never put leather armor on Cragheart before. I almost always go for heavy armor and make him kind of a tank, but because I'm using him more as a ranged character, or I'm trying to use him as a ranged, then I figured the leather armor might be a better option for him. So it's working out. but eventually maybe I will take endurance and then go for something like chainmail for him. So now let's take a look at this. Since it's going to Aries, I don't know if we can actually buy it. Yeah, it's 50 gold. It is a two-handed weapon, but as you can see here, it's an extremely strong weapon. During your melee attack, targeting a living corpse, living spirit, or living bones, add +5 attack to a single target. And it is reusable, so we don't have to use it once per scenario. We can use it, get it back, and then use it again. Once we do get this, and it might be some time until Aries gets back up to 50 again, because I just bought the sword edge armor for him. Actually, yeah, okay. It says 7 out of 8 equipped. I don't know why. He can only have 7. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that means. 5 out of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't understand why it says 8. It should say 7. But anyway, yeah. Tangent aside, it's gonna take some time, but we will. I guess we could like sell off the heater shield. That would give me 10 more, so that we're 40, and then the battle axe would bring that up to 50. I could do that. I don't want to do that. I know that this would bring him closer to fulfilling his personal goal, but let's just get 20 more gold and I'll buy it for him, and that way I have some options for him. If we're not fighting undead enemies, then I have these, and if we are fighting undead enemies, then I'll bring that. So I don't want to sell these off and then just hope that every scenario after that is just going to be undead enemies. So that's how I'm going to do it. And what's that? Oh, a perk available. Okay. I kind of want to give him another stun. That was really awesome when I pulled a stun and disarm for 2 enemies. So let's take bludgeon. That'll give him 2 of those. Yeah, I like that. So he has 3 of these rolling, or yeah, 3 of the rolling modifiers, and he's also getting a +1 from the fortitude anyway, so. Let's take a look at the city encounter. Stop struggling. You're coming with me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ahead of you in the street, you see a pair of guards scuffling with a young boy dressed in rags. You snatch purses. You go to the ghost fortress. No way around that. But my family is starving, the boy cries. You recognize his voice from some of your dealings in the Sunken Market. He's given you helpful tips for mercenary work on a number of occasions. Oh yeah, we're gonna help this kid. Definitely. Intervene on the boy's behalf. Well, we've got a lot of gold, so I'm not too worried about it. You entreat the guards to let the boy go, but they are unmoved. Didn't we just kill all the guards? With further pressing, they agreed to do so only if you pay his criminal fine. The guards cuff the boy's ear and set him free. Okay, in this case, whoops, I'm gonna split this between Ate and Oxalis. I'm gonna say Aries is not he's going to be neutral in this. I'm kind of doing this because I don't want to spend Aries gold, but I could see Oxalis, although he's neutral, I don't see him really turning a blind eye to things like this. And Ate, I would say that Ate and the boy probably have the that dealings relationship, right? So we'll go with this. Okay. And I mean, Ate, she's rich. She is rich, which is awesome. And something that I keep forgetting to do is donate to the Temple of the Great Oak. And this is going to give 2 blessings. That's big for Ate, because she has a lot of those, attack 5 cards. To make that a 10, that would be big. That would be very big. And this would have been super helpful in the previous, in that episode, in that scenario. So I'm going to start having Oxalis and Ate contribute to the Temple of Great Oak. It's going to help us in our scenarios, but there's something that happens when we hit 100. And so we definitely want to get we want to get to 100 fairly quickly. And I don't know if that's a spoiler. I want to say it's not a spoiler. So I'm going to look that up and show you now through text. If it is a spoiler, then I won't say anything. And if it isn't, then it's already up. Okay. Well, while we're here, let's just do it. Donate. Yep. And Tay is going to donate too. I know this doesn't seem like a scoundrel kind of thing, but it's going to help her. So anything that helps herself, I think, is going to be a thing she does. Back to the map. We are going to go immediately into the next scenario. And that scenario is going to be... Remember that map we got from that Valrath some episodes ago? Let's go do that. The Sunken Vessel. Find out what untold riches await. This is in the Misty Sea, so I believe this means that we don't have a road event. I think somebody had mentioned that before, and it never really occurred to me that taking a boat somewhere wouldn't give you a road event. Who'd have thought? This is a side quest, which is going to help Ate out. And we can get rich, apparently. So we'll see what awaits us here. We do know that there are some frost demons. This is a new kind of monster for the campaign. They have a health of 7, movement of 3, attack of 3, and an innate ability to retaliate 2. So we want to be dealing some ranged attacks against this guy. There are living spirits. I believe we've seen them, but not to their full effect. A health of only 2. Movement of 3, attack of 2, range of 3. They fly and they have a shield ability of 2. So not a lot of health, but getting through that shield is one thing. I think we can handle a couple shield with just 2 health. I think we can get that covered pretty easily. And then the Lurker, the dreaded Lurker. Actually, these guys are pretty cool. They have a health of 9, a movement of 3, attack of 2, and then their innate abilities are that they can target 2 mercenaries and pierce through some armor. So Aries might not be the best person to go into melee with the Lurkers because they'll be able to pierce through his armor. In the case of, when we have a shield, we don't need to use it. In the cases where there's armor involved and you need to use armor if you have it available, then it will pierce it. Well, it'll pierce 1 anyway. So if Aries does run up and use brute force, this will be pierced, but it won't be able to pierce through his armor if he also has that active. So just piercing 1 shield. So I'm going to go through the cards really quickly to make sure we have what we need for this. We're looking for some ranged abilities, piercing, and potentially more ranged. Maybe more controlling for the lurker. I think after looking around, I might just drop trample. Because, now, this is only the normal living spirit, mind you. An elite living spirit might have a health of 3 and or a shield of 3. We'll just have to see when we get in there. And we see one, if we see one, I guess. But we have ways of getting through shield with Oxylus, for instance. With his abilities such as Rumbling Advance, where they suffer damage, and that innately pierces through any armor that they might have. So, I think I'm going to drop Trample for Spare Dagger. Because I think I'd rather be dealing some damage from afar. And we still have Skewer for that Pierce 1 anyway. So an attack of 4 with Pierce 1 would still get through that. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. As for Oxylus, I'm going to bring back Avalanche and clear the way, because I want to play with this in another scenario. Perhaps it was the ring that was in the middle of the square of the previous scenario. And I could kind of see where, programming might be tricky about placing this. Particularly when that ring was already cutting off a piece of the spaces from the rest of the room. So I could see that could be tricky, and I'm gonna kind of think that that's what the problem is. I hope that bug kind of goes away, because I really do love these abilities for the Cragheart. The way that he can manipulate obstacles is just a great ability to have. And the fact that it comes with one of the starting characters is even better. So I'm going to bring in Clear the Way, an Avalanche to manipulate a little bit more. And I'm dropping backup ammunition and Rock Tunnel. As for Ate, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to change too much, but I would like to bring Throwing Knives back so that she can have some more ranged attacks. Because of the types of enemies that we're going up against, it would be nice to just be at range distance instead of adjacent all the time. And so I'm going to drop Backstab, I think, for Throwing Knives. This does get rid of a move 6, and it's really good for her. I have a really hard time dropping these things, particularly when we don't have movement here or here. Okay, and what I'm going to do about that is I'm going to drop Trickster's Reversal and bring back Stab with it instead. I really need that extra movement, and Backstab is just so great. It's the initiative of 6 goes earlier than a lot of enemies. And we don't need to use the top ability for anything, basically, until we get to the last enemy, if we really want to. And that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay, let's go.
You clutch the faded map to your chest, as if it were a blanket protecting you from the strong northern winds. You've been sailing your small rented ship along the coast for what feels like ages, looking for this forgotten shipwreck. Maybe if you hold the map closer, that will make its charts and figures more accurate and decipherable. With little hope remaining, you finally catch a glimpse of a foreboding island on the horizon. As it gets closer, you see the definite outline of a battered ship pinioned against the island's shoals, half sunk and barely held together. You sail around to the far side of the island, where a remote and inviting beach allows for safer anchoring. The thought of what treasure awaits you on board the ship now warms you against the wind, but your thoughts also turn to what dangers may be guarding it. As your dinghy makes its way to the shore, you see a school of lurkers rise up from the surf to greet you. Who knows how long they've been following your ship from the depths, waiting for the opportune time to strike.
Maybe they just want to say hello. Okay. Aries Dynamo. Kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more points of damage to it than necessary. I mean, basically, if you get it down to 1 point of damage and then hit it for 5, you've killed it and you've fulfilled Dynamo. I'm going to pass on that one. Hunter, kill 1 or more elite monsters during the scenario. Oxalis, take only long rests or kill 5 or more monsters during the scenario. Let's go for the Straggler. I need some more practice with long rests, I think. So I'm going to take Straggler just to force me to do it. I think that'll help. Opener, be the first to kill a monster. Streamline, have 5 or more cards in your hand at the end of the scenario. You have 9. Let's go for Streamliner. Maybe it'll work out. Well, that's not a good sound. Look at those things, huh? Okay. So, we have landed on the beach. And this is where we need to go. We have a V-shaped corridor back here. And then a room and another room. I don't know if these... I assume these are not connected. Like, there could be a door here. But sometimes there's no door and they're just connected. But I'm going to assume they're not. Well, I mean, we'll see, obviously. We're looking at lurkers. Look at these things. I think they look so cool. Get the little wiggles, I guess. So here's an elite lurker. This one comes in with 12 health, a movement of 3, an attack of 3, innate target 2, innate pierce 2, and a shield of 1. And the baby ones here have 932. So a little bit less attack, less pierce, and no shield. Okay. There's 2 of them. We've got hazardous terrain now because we're level... a mercenary band of level 2. The damage is 2. Here's another one. And we have to line up against this wall. And it looks like we start with immobilize, but not the Cragheart because he took that special perk which allows him to ignore all of the what's it called? The negative scenario effects. So this is when things like this become very handy. I think that is one of the perks that I gravitate to very frequently because of things like this. And he doesn't receive curse cards or anything like that in his modifier deck. And we do have, as you remember, the 2 blessings that we picked up when we donated to the Great Oak. Okay, well, round 1. let's see what we can do. Probably going to be starting on this corner here, so that this one won't reach us for at least a round, or maybe two. And since these two can't move, it might be best to put Cragheart or Oxalis. It might be best to put Oxalis here so that he can step over here maybe, so that we don't have to worry about that for, as I'm saying, another round or something like that. So anyway, round one. And up first is Ate with Smoke Bomb to pull this lurker up so we don't even have to move, and single out to deal an attack of 5. That should be a good amount of damage to that. And then after that is Aries at 18 with Eye for an Eye. I can't remember what... Okay, for the retaliation. And Spare Dagger for the bottom attack. So... yeah, okay. So I'm going to use Spare Dagger to do the ranged attack, and Eye for an Eye to heal, not necessarily for the heal, but for the infusing of earth, which I'm going to use immediately for Earthen Clod to immobilize one of these two, and then Avalanche to create 2 obstacles again, and that's going to go right here so that they have to kind of take their time to get around, and we can work on them in waves instead of all at once. That is saying, you know, if 38 is fast enough. And it was. And it was. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So there. I mean, this one's not going to reach anyway, but we can make sure that this one doesn't stand here, and we can start dealing some damage to him. Wow, that was absolutely perfect. So we'll pull you in. Make that attack. It is just an attack of 2, right? Yeah. So we should be fine with that. Kaboom! Never mind. Thanks. Good work, scoundrel. Ate. For the win. Alright. Next is... start dealing some damage over here. Aries just completely messes that up. Alright. No problem there. The God of War just watched the goddess of thievery and mischief show him up, and he fumbled his attack. Good job. So we will use this to immobilize you. Look, even Oxalis dealt some damage. Oh, this is difficult terrain. Did not see that coming. Yeah, we're standing in difficult terrain, so we're not able to put the obstacle in the difficult terrain because it's not an empty hex. Some of these rules are kind of awkward, honestly. Like, I can't put rock in water, but oh well. So in this case, the lurker, well, won't be able to move this time, but this one will have to move into this space in order to attack Oxalis here, which would cost 2 movement points instead of the 1 from here. So if we put some distance over here, like moving over to here, then it will just take longer for it to reach us, and we can use more ranged attacks against it. And then, of course, there's hazardous terrain. If we force one of them to walk through it, that would be good too. So, well, this still works. I just kind of forgot that that was difficult terrain and you can't place that there, so that's fine. Okay, round 2. We're starting off with Ate. Actually, it's going to be, because they tie on their first card, it's going to be Aries, because the second card is faster than Ate's. So we're going to be starting off with Aries, who is going to jump over this to here, and then use Provoking Roar to disarm. We don't have to worry about the attack coming from you. And then it's going to be Ate, who will just come over here with Flintlock, and then Throwing Knives to continue the assault against them. And then at 13, Cragheart Oxylus is going to move back to put more distance, more difficult terrain between him or it. I keep saying him. It. One thing about Craghearts is that they have no gender. They are a pile of rocks, of course. So I keep saying him when I'm referring to Oxylus or the Cragheart. And technically it's an it, not a him or a her. There's no hers or hims in the Savas culture or beings. There's only its. So I'm going to probably continue saying him and he, just out of habit, but it is actually an it. So sometimes I might say it. We'll see. Anyway, the Oxylus is going to back up and crater to push one of them, probably this one, over, like rake it over the hazardous terrain and then push it even further away so that it will take even more time for it to reach us. And then we'll see what happens after that. Ooh, okay, so if they consume ice, which leads me to believe that they can also infuse ice, they will strengthen themselves and then move and attack. That is scary, because that means they will be immediately attacking with strengthen and the next round as well. And we don't have to worry about that, of course, but strengthen is lost at the end of your next round. So if you can start your round with strengthen with an ability, that means you'll have strengthen immediately and for the next round. So it's a cool thing when it does work out. And they also wound too, but we won't have to worry about any of that, of course. So let's jump on over. And disarm ya. That's good. A couple more damage. Now I could go for taking disarm again, but I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. Okay. Let's make this attack. Oh no, we can't. Okay. I thought I messed up. Let's move up first. There we go. Now we can perform the attack. And I'm thinking of using the goggles. I don't know if that's really that necessary. I mean, it's certainly not necessary, but we could maybe use it later instead. Yeah, let's just attack as is, I think. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for the goggles. I'm thinking of taking throw knives back again so that I have more ranged attacks. Well, let's just let's go one more round and I'll make that decision later. Cragheart, Oxylus will make this attack here with that push. Fantastic. That's great. Now we only have to worry about that one. So if that's the case, I'm just going to move... You know what? Let's keep backing up. Let's get closer to the door, I think. Because I have ways to manipulate that. If you catch my drift. Round 3. First up is Aries. With Shield Bash for the initiative and the movement, and Skewer for the attack. That should be an attack of 4 with a Pierce 1 because of air. And I am going to just walk away, leaving that hazardous terrain between us. That means it will have to go around here instead of going through the hazardous terrain, which is going to be what it wants to do. Then the Scoundrel Ate with Swift Bow, I think for obvious reasons, and Hidden Daggers for just for the movement, I guess. I didn't really need to go invisible, but I'm kind of saving these cards for later. Maybe. Who knows? Although, I could do something like open this door, and then in the next round go really early and use Hidden Daggers. That could be a possibility too. You know what? I might do that because I don't want to sit here and waste too much more time here. While we're walking away, it's going to take a long time to get through here. Potentially like 1, 2, 3 turns before it catches up to us if I'm way over here at that point. I don't remember if they can heal themselves. I'm not worried about that. So let's open the door with a ton of movement so I can decide how far I want to be in or come back, and then maybe I can go early and go invisible, and we can see what we want to do with that. That sounds better. And then Cragheart, since that door is going to be open, something I could do is throw that obstacle through the door. I'm not sure if it's only a range of 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It wouldn't really get far, but let's see what's behind there. Otherwise, I might just throw it here. Depending on where this lands, I'm going to throw it next to it and deal some damage because of it. And I think it's considered a ranged attack. So I'm going to test that theory out. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. If it is, then it'll be an attack of 3 instead of 2. 61. Not a lot of movement, which is great. Which is really good. So it's not going to be able to enter this, it will just go here. That's worth it. Okay. Now I kind of want to go in here first and not worry about this attack. Because they're only going to be moving 2. So if there's any in here, I can just keep my distance. Let's do it that way instead. And if it looks disgusting in here, I can just back up and then make my attack against them anyway. I'm gonna open the door, so... Oh. Okay, not too bad. A lot of obstacles though, which is great because that means I can throw... I'll be able to throw them and or break them with Oxylus. This is good. What are you doing, buddy? You are one nasty looking demon. Move 5? Okay. but you are stuck behind that, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 5. You're gonna go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And from here, I can still attack back there if I want to, but we might as well just start laying into these guys. Yeah, you're just pulling all of those bad ones first, aren't you? Yep. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. You did pull ×2 on your very first card. That's good. That's really good. Okay, I think I do want to bring in throwing knives now, because this is going to be moving towards, and I can use that on both of them, so let's do that. Minor stamina potion for throwing knives. Like, how is that centering? How is that centering at all? I'm not entirely sure I understand how the center works in this game, but... Okay. And, I mean, I know that I could sit here and just take the damage. I get that. But, one, he's going to pierce, so even if he does... Even if I do stay here, and I use this, pierce and pierce, I guess I could use this too, and then it would get retaliation. But it's an attack of 4. So I'd rather just take the 2 damage from the hazardous terrain. Yeah, I'll just take the 2 damage from the hazardous terrain instead. That is actually kind of scary. Okay. Let's test this out. So I can't... I mean, as I think it's pretty obvious, I can see this hex, but I can't put it there because there's an obstacle here and that would cut it off. That's called cheating. So far everything looks fine though. Yeah, so I think that one, I'm gonna go with that scenario as bugged. Or obstacles. I'm just gonna put it... Ooh, another thing I could do is put it here, and then it would have to walk through the hazardous terrain. But then it would actually be hitting, so I'm not going to do it that way. We'll put it here. Yeah, so it says attack 2, but that's because there's a shield there. We'll just confirm the attack. Super. So now it's going to take its time to get to us, even more so. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It is a bummer that we're not going to be getting their gold. Most likely not. But apparently there's riches here. So we can pick up this gold on the way through. I don't know. Apparently there's riches, though. Alright, round 4. Ate. At 10, with throwing knives and hidden daggers. Quite a pair for that. And because she's standing in the doorway, as long as she goes before the enemies, the monsters, then they will not be able to walk through the door or target anybody. So it's basically like shutting the door. From a gaming point of view, okay, but it theoretically sounds like it shouldn't work, because if you're invisible, then they should at least try to walk through and then get here and go, oh wait, I can't get through because I bumped into something. I don't know. It seems weird, but it works that way, so we exploit it. We exploit it thoroughly. So going invisible in the doorway is a good way to control an entire room. Then we go extremely late with grab and go and warding strength so that he can walk in and make some attack. I wish I had jump. Then I could land back here. But that's not the case. That's alright. And also going late, Oxalis with Massive Boulder and Sentient Growth. I thought, hey, I could walk up over here, heal him 1, and also make an attack into this room. I don't think I can. Oh no, I can because of the Boots of Striding. Right. So I'd have to use the Boots of Striding to get to here, and then Line of Sight permits me to attack either one, which is not bad. Okay. Okay, they're going after Ate and before Oxalis, and Aries couldn't ask for more. So we'll make this attack here. I think now I will use the goggles because I don't see a reason to save them at this point. No, I don't see a reason to save them at this point. Let's try and deal as much damage as possible to these guys. ×2 for that blessing. And ×2 just for the heck of it. Not a blessing, but I will certainly take it. Okay. So let's get in here. I pulled a stun. That's nice. But I killed it, which is even better. And we do have only 2 cards left. Well, an even amount of cards, so I won't use that stamina potion this round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can actually get all the way into here. That's not too bad. I could instead make this attack, but whoops. But because undo. But because the it still has to go through one more difficult terrain to get to us. All I have to do is just, you know, walk away. And we'll deal with it at a later date. Whenever it does catch up to us, we can just take them out easily. And I could use my stun powder to make sure we don't have to deal with it, but I think we're gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave him. Some more damage, good. Round 5, just taking what we got. In this case, we don't have to worry about Pierce, so we can move up and attack, and maybe we can, it looks like we can move, shield, move, attack. So 1, 2, 1, 2, shield, 1, attack. We could do it that way. We'll have to see though. Special mixture and flanking strike, so we can move up to poison and then flanking strike to make an attack of 3, plus the 1 from poison. So this is certainly dead. Maybe we'll be seeing 1 retaliation from it though. And then let's go ultra late again to make a choice on how we can deal with this, and then rumbling advance, we can bring in earth somehow. Okay, perfect. So it's not even going to move. All we have to do is maybe stay away from it. But I think we're going to be... Oh no, whoops. They're not moving. So that means this guy's going to stay away from us for even longer. We don't have to wait for you. You're making a ranged attack, and if there was ice, then it would be 2 attack, plus 2 attack, and plus 1 range. But I don't think we have to worry too much about that. Alright. Now, unfortunately, you're not standing next to any of my friends, but doesn't matter. And there's some more gold. So the brute can go pick that up, but I'm also kind of thinking to just get moving. Yeah, I don't know what to say here. We can just sit here and take a long rest too. We haven't used any of our stuff. But we can just sit here and pick up some gold. Because we can't walk away too far from this thing. If we end up opening this door and it hasn't even walked through this door yet, then we have to come back to kill it. That would be kind of annoying. So let's kind of hang around here for a little bit, I guess. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's leave this behind. I can at least get over here. Cragheart can take care of it and then catch up a little bit later. Maybe. Yeah, I guess I can throw that and then I can walk around here instead of all the way around. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to walk back here. To use Dirt Tornado on you. Maybe I get lucky here with a +1. Nope. Okay. Long rest here. Long rest here. Long rest here. Oh, okay, so this one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're actually going to be up here attacking. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've moved in and starting to attack us from both fronts, but that's fine. So I have to use this, and I can use this. Oh, no, I don't need to. Yep. If I use this, then it still comes through because of their innate ability of Pierce 2. So I won't use that at all. We'll deal 1 retaliation to them. You got lucky there. And then we can just heal back what we just lost. That works out pretty well. Yeah, let's get rid of Eye for an Eye. Oxylus. Alright, alright. I'll drop Avalanche. I really do want to use this attack more frequently, in more scenarios, that is. But I need to get rid of a card, and I want all of the other cards. I do even want this card. The only thing that I'm kind of basing this decision on is that I don't think I'm going to be needing to create too many more obstacles. And that's only a guess, because there's obstacles in here. So maybe there's more obstacles in there. So it's only a guess. Avalanche gone. Okay. For Ate. Because we know we have those spirits coming up, this might actually be a good time to get rid of this. We'll probably end up being able to take these, well, take this one out without needing, I'm not going to be using throwing knives anyway. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll drop throwing knives. Mostly because I know there's going to be some shields coming up in one or both of these rooms. So, okay. Round 7. We're going with Aries first with provoking roar for that disarm, and leaping cleave to jump over the obstacles here and over the enemy, so that we can just start moving away. Then we have Oxylus with crushing grasp, and if this doesn't kill it, then it's going to be immobilized and we can walk away with Dirt Tornado. Then going very late is, I guess we don't need to go that late, we can just go whenever. Special Mixture for the poison, and single out for the major attack on that enemy. And I'd like to not kill this one and just get away from it and have Oxylus do that work for me. For them, so that he's picking up these elite kills. Ooh, 23. Okay. Well, we'll be able to disarm you anyway. No damage. And I'm just going to jump over. I was considering to continue on, but I don't want it to... No, yeah, if I do move away, then the scoundrel Ate wouldn't be able to catch up. So we're just going to stand here. Now, do I want to use that potion now because we have an odd number of cards? No. That's a bummer. And again, we're not going to use that heater shield. This is basically acting like a pierce because it will negate one of the shields. Not really negate it, but you can see it would be an attack of 3, 4, 5, 6, but because of that, then it's a 4. So I kind of like thinking as poison as a piercing mechanism. Okay. Hey, hey, good work, man. I want to pick up some gold. Okay, I'm gonna use these boots just to pick up this gold. I think that's worth it. Round 8. We're gonna start off with Ate at 4 with flanking strike and smoke bomb just for the move, which I'm going to use those winged shoes to jump over that obstacle. Yeah, that's it. Just to get moving, you know. I want to jump over and get closer to that door. Then Oxalis going at 13 with unstable upheaval for that movement, and Earthen Clod to immobilize it. And we don't have to worry about the incoming attack. And Brute at 15 with Shield Bash for that movement and Warding Strength to push it back here. Or I guess here. And then we can deal with it later. It's going 28, a move of 4. We don't have to worry about it because it will be immobilized. Let's make this attack. That's good. And then we'll jump right over to here. Now it's your turn. Let's move over to here. And Earthen Clod you. Oh no. I'm not going to make that attack. Yep. I don't want to make the attack because I don't want to kill it. I want Oxalis to be the one to kill it so that he gets another elite kill for his personal quest. And this would probably kill it. Unless, I mean, I could pull like a -2 or a -1. I think -1 would still kill it because it is poisoned. So let's just move away. And I'll use my Boots of Striding now to really put some distance between us. And next turn we can maybe enter the room with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could probably enter the room with both of you. Okay, round 9. Alright, so Aries and Ate are busting through this door with Spare Dagger and Grab and Go, and Swift Bow and Backstab. So that will put both of them, Ate would be here and Aries in one of these two spaces. And then Oxalis, we can clear the way lifting this to throw here or here. Well, I'm not entirely sure. And Heaving Swing to increase that attack again. To make that an attack of, what, 2, 3, 4. Hoping for a -1 or better. Okay, shield 1. So I need a 0 or better now. If it was getting ice, then it would get another shield. And it's just going to wound all adjacent enemies, but nobody's standing next to it, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm hoping for that plus, or that 0 or better now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. And a whole bunch of living spirits and you. So you're going to move 2. So I guess I want to stand here, right? And then they're going to be moving 3. Attack 1, target 3, all enemies in range. Or sorry, attack 1 at range 3, target all enemies in range. We do have some obstacles here. We do have a couple pretty decent traps here. Damage 4 and stun, so if we can push you into one of those, that would be good. But because they're flying, we can't do that with them. There's another one, huh? Yeah, let's move in to here. Because you are just going to go 1, 2, and then attack adjacent. But we're not there. But they are bringing in ice. And we've seen that they can consume ice, and they can consume ice too. So we have to be careful about what's going to be coming in after that. Well, I mean, let's try that one. That's too bad. But we can maybe go for it again, right? Actually, what we might want here is leaping cleave so we can skewer perhaps a couple of them if we can get them near each other. We might actually see that happen. So let's grab leaping cleave. Of course he went over there. If he had gone here, that would have put them in position for me to do that. And of course that's like, oh no, why would I do that? Alright. Not a bad round. You're up now. Let's get up to here. And we can attack at 4. Attack 3 at 4, so we could go for this one. I could actually go for you. I think I want to continue an attack against you, though. Come on. Okay. Well, let's do our thing back here. Yeah, no, it's doing it here too. So I should be able to pick this up and then drop it here. So it's still buggy. This is frustrating, I have to say. I'm kind of frustrated about this because I mean, it's been in early access for over a year, and Craghart has been in that the entire time. And this bug is not fixed, and they've known about this bug for a long time. So I'm kind of frustrated about this one. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. Okay, go over there. This way I can just move through here. But had I known that, I would have done that and then moved already. But I don't want to start the whole round because of that. Man. Okay, so this actually is still kind of working out for me here. I can do the skewer through this, but I do want to get leaping cleave the air out first. So if that's the case, well, round 10. Okay, first up is Oxylus for a change. With Rumbling Advance to get moving, and Massive Boulder to hopefully kill off that last Lurker Elite. Then over here to Aries with Juggernaut and Leaping Cleave. I wasn't too excited about this, but in this way we'll be able to bring in air and then potentially to get Skewer ready, and then we'll just be ready with that for the next round. And I'll just use this to make an attack on somebody, probably you. Oops. And then Scoundrel, Ate, Hidden Daggers, and Flintlock. Oops. I don't know if I'm going to burn both cards, but I'm not close to that idea either. Alright. Nobody is consuming ice, which was a major concern of mine. However, the Frost Demon is also bringing it back in. So we'll have to also worry about that in the next round. Okay. Unless we can kill everything right now. Okay, ×2 again, we'll take it. And just walk around. I need to get him up here quick, but I don't think there's going to be many enemies in here once he does finally get here. Okay. Well done. Ow. Really? I think I'm gonna have to burn a card on that one. Because if I don't, that's a range. We have 2 more range attack 3s coming in. And then attack 3 there. I mean, I could... No, I'm going to burn a card here. Brute Force is gone. Okay, thank you. We're finally pulling something negative here. There we go. Yeah, so I'm glad I burned that card, because I wouldn't have survived if I didn't. I'd have to burn it eventually is what I'm trying to get at. Alright. So, attack 4, range 3, targeting 2. Let's do it with Eagle Eye Goggles. That will be killing both of them. Okay, a whole bunch of zeros. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And I'm gonna attack you, I think. Yep. Hey. Hey. Wow. That was totally worth burning 2 cards. Round 11. I already know what I'm going to do here. Short rest. I do not care. And we're going to go with... I kind of need a move 3, though. Skewer and grab and go. Yeah, sure. Go over here and then skewer these guys. You can perform a long rest. That should be fine. Well, I say that. I say that should be fine, but if they go before 35 and hit him hard... We still have one more room left. But it's only one more room left. You have 6 cards in your discard right now. We're going to take a long rest. Let's see, how far away are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away if I'm to get into this room. And that's not going to happen with anything you've got. So I'm just going to take these 2 cards. Let's hope for the best. Now they're going to split up and it's not going to work as planned. What a bunch of punks! Of course this is how this goes. They say, oh yeah, you got a plan? Nope. Yeah, let's go over here to pick up that gold. There we go, finally. And we will certainly heal. And then we can take a long rest to get all of our stuff back and we'll be much better. Right, we do need to take long rests with you too. Well, there's not much I can do here. I'm thinking smoke bomb because I don't want to be burning any more cards anymore, so smoke bomb's probably going to be one that I would be tempted to burn. Might as well get rid of it. Round 12. Leaping cleave, probably. 1, 2, 3. And then go for maybe a disarm. Or I can just be a pain and do something like this. Not really a pain, but I can go early, move over here, pick up gold, and then make an attack. So that's helpful. We could still go for like swift bow. And we can go really early with backstab. Let's do it that way. And take a long rest. Just wait back there for a bit. Yeah, I won't use the goggles. Okay. Didn't need it. She's still... Oh, I just used it. Yeah, that would have been actually kind of nice. I don't have any more loot cards. So I think what I'll do is just move up to... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think's in here? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't know what's going to be in there, and she's not going to be able to take care of it herself, so... I don't think she's going to be getting Streamliner. And he actually needs to kill an elite. As for you, I think... Now I'll get rid of sentient growth. Round 13. Let's go for those two, a leaping cleave, so I can jump a bit closer to this, or maybe I'll just pick up some loot. I mean, you could walk in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that. Flanking strike, and let's go for single out anyway. Let's open up the door, and then if it's bad, we can back up and still pick up some gold. And if it's not so bad, we can just charge in and make an attack 3. I don't know what... It's a tiny room, so I assume it's not going to be like 5 enemies, right? But if it's 1, 2, or 3, 3 would be pushing it, but it depends on what's in there. Yeah, let's do that so that I can heal you up. That sounds good. And then massive boulder for a move of 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2 to get up into here with your boots. That sounds good. Okay, let's just peek in here. Ah, okay. It's, am I missing something here? There's a lot of loot, so that's cool. 3 gold, 3 gold, 3, 3, 3, and then a treasure chest. So I could actually walk into here to make that a... Huh. Yeah, that kind of makes... That kind of works. What are they doing? Attack... Yeah, it's not that much incoming damage, and she can muddle both of them with the leather armor. Yeah, I like it. And if she pulls a +1, then we don't have to worry about it at all. Actually, I could do that too. Let's do it. A ×2 and a +2. Well done. Well done. Yeah, that worked out really well. Okay. And undo. Skip that attack. So it might be in our interest to have Aries make this kill so that he gets a perk point out of that. And then we can just have her like loot like crazy. This and yeah, I'm gonna do this so I can pick up some loot too. On 14, we have air, we have earth. Probably just going to take a short rest with you because I don't really need the... You know what? No. Let's take a long rest. Because you don't really need to go in right now. It's only one enemy. And for the most part, it's not going to do too much damage to her. We can go a couple more rounds with that, and that she should be fine. We'll just take a long rest with you again, sure, why not? And you can run in though. And I could use... There's nothing in here, so let's use clear the way for the 2 XP, and we can disarm this trap, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And land right on that treasure chest. Or I could put him here, and then next round we can loot. This isn't going to do any damage. Is there any reason why we would want... Well, we could do this, though. Crushing... No. We don't want to use that. We want to use the bottom part. Let's use Dirt Tornado for the... we get an XP out of it, and then muddle the attack. That sounds good. And it'll actually be him, or it being attacked instead of Ate at that point. Ooh, okay, that's right. They do stun. That's a pretty major attack, but we'll be alright. One, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we weren't able to make it all the way in. That's fine. Crush. Oh, we could have stunned him. That definitely would have been the better thing to do. We can do that next time. Cool. Yep, we'll take it. Brute. Heal up. I'm thinking... Leaping Cleave. Gone. Scoundrel. I'm gonna get rid of backstab so I don't go for that. Because I want either one of them to be the one killing it. 15. Let's use Skewer for that move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we don't need to use that. Let's use it though, because I'm gonna use the loot 1 instead. We'll go in with a shield bash for that attack 4. We'll poison it too. That'll basically negate one of the shields. And then loot and heaving swing. I think we can punch and push and see what... I guess we could pull a ×2 to kill it, but in any case, if it's you that kills it or you, I don't care. As long as it's one of you two. Whew. Maybe we want this dead before, but... Okay. I'm thinking that she's going to want to pick up the treasure chest. Okay, let's think about what... It says untold treasures, right? So it could be a lot of money. In which case I would want the Aries to be picking it up so that he can afford the axe immediately. She already has a whole lot of money. What I also don't want to do is kill this and then I can't pick it up. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's do this. I'll pick up the gold back here. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to poison you. And skip that. Then we're going to come in and stun, and I'll put you here. Good, okay. The one time I'm worried about killing it, not that I, like, if I killed it, it's okay. But in this case, now I'm just going to do this and not even attack it. And then we can loot all of this with Aries as well. Okay. So am I going to be able to do it? Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, we can try. An attack of 2 and grab and go to loot. We'll go like this, and I don't know, something like that, sure. Target all enemies, so yeah, I'll burn this. Yeah, we've got plenty of time here. Yeah, we'll make that attack. It's at disadvantage. We can even use the sun powder too. Sure. But we've killed it. There it goes. So unfortunately it wasn't meant for Oxylus or Aries to take that for Hunter, but a doomed compass. Well, that is not money, but we are picking up some gold as well, so. And we've looted everything in this room, so that's good. And there you go. Victory.
The spirits seem calm, and the lurkers have retreated. You've looted what you can from the ship, and are very eager to sail back to Gloomhaven to get your feet onto warm, dry land. You take one last look at the strange island and its impaled ship, then do exactly that.
Okay, well, he picked up a perk point, which gave him a perk that he can spend on a new perk. Unfortunately, yeah, she did not end, but I think killing all those enemies was a pretty decent turn for her anyway. And he did not kill an elite monster. Boo-hoo. Okay, Scoundrel doing all the work as per usual. Brute, Aries taking the most damage as per usual. 6 gold piles looted for Aries, that's good, and 5 and 5, that's great as well. That's 15, 15, and 18 gold now. So you can see gold starts piling in. Cool, great, let's get out of here. $10 XP and 8 XP. Huh. Okay, 18 XP on top of that. Fantastic. Oh, I guess 10 XP could be for... Did he kill 3? I think he killed 3. That's another side for Ate. I think 10 XP might have been a... Okay, let me finish this idea here. I think 10 XP was probably the reward for that Sunken Vessel quest. Something to remember here is I can go replay the quest. Even though we've already done it, I can just go and I believe it's called farming. I even did the air quotes. But we can go and farm this again for more... No, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you get the reward. But... And you wouldn't get the chest again, it's already gone. But the money that's left on the ground, any of the loot, and when you kill an enemy, they drop loot again. So any loot that is in there, you get to pick up again. That's part of the scenario. So, do I want to go all the way in that to farm? Probably not, but it's an option. So, anyway, I'm thinking that we pull the city encounter, we level up, and then head to the merchant to look at some ideas. Let's do it that way. While enjoying your customary post-adventure drink at the Sleeping Lion, you notice something weird going on with the lamps in the bar. Your first thought is that it is your imagination, but after staring at the lamps intently, you see they are flickering in and out. Tech lamps, as opposed to normal gas burning ones, have been known to be a bit unreliable. As if on cue, the lamps suddenly go out completely, leaving the room pitch black. Offer to fix the lamps. It shouldn't be too hard with a bit of technical know-how. Now, I'm not going to give any information about this. I've seen this encounter before, but be very careful when you're reading these. Sometimes it gives you hints, and sometimes it doesn't give you hints, but be careful. Read them. Try to understand what the answers are giving you as for an idea of how to take part in the encounter, quote unquote, correctly. The other option is take the opportunity to steal some valuables from drunk patrons in the dark. Well, we're going to do that, okay? Aries, Ate, Oxalis, they are not a technical bunch, okay? The darkness gives the less scrupulous among you a good chance to perform their craft. Within a matter of minutes, your coin purses are much heavier. 10 collective gold. Well done, guys. Well done. So, I wish I saw how much gold everybody had, but as per usual, Ate slips one of the coins into her pockets real quick and says, well, here I found 9 gold. Let's share it equally. And perfect, 51 gold. Fantastic. 72 and 89 gold. All right. Next. Level ups. That's what I said was next. Ooh, before I do that, let's take a look at the Doomed Compass. I love this thing. During your turn, force an enemy within range 5, huge amount of range, to perform a move 2 action with you controlling the action. This is incredible. It's a great way to clear a trap, because as you can see, you can only use it at one time. And it's also a great way to get an enemy into a position that you would rather have them. So in that case, in that last scenario, there was how the 2 enemies split up, almost knowingly what I was about to do, even though they don't know. But the AI cards in this game is just, it's like they're reading your mind, honestly. But so the Doomed Compass, you can say, hey, for Aries, for instance, for Skewer, or other kind of AoE attacks where he has to have them positioned next to each other. This is perfect so that you can put one on to a different side if it has retaliation, or you can bring one closer so that you can skewer both of them. And I'm glad that Aries picked it up. I've had it on Ate, I've had it on Scoundrels in the past, and it works really well with a Scoundrel too, because then you can move the enemy adjacent to one of your allies, and now you can use it. You can use your flanking strikes to attack for 5 instead of the 3. So there's a lot of ways that it's going to be helpful for all of the different builds or classes, but having Aries pick it up just makes it all that much better. So I'll probably drop it for the stamina potion, or I might just hold on to it until he reaches level 5, so that we can just put it right into this slot there. So I'll keep thinking about it, but I'd probably keep the healing potion if that was the case. So level ups. Let's start with Aries. Level 4, Unstoppable Charge, an attack 5 that doesn't burn, and it gives an XP, which is good. For the top ability, it does have a pretty slow, an extremely slow initiative. So it would have to be paired with another high initiative or fast initiative card to be useful if you want to be moving fast, that is. Now, if you want to move slow, this is a great way to use it. It's a good opening card to allow the enemies to move up to you, and then you can use Unstoppable Charge to make that attack by going late. The bottom ability, move 4, stun all adjacent enemies, is amazing. If you walk into a room and you've played this scenario before and you know where the enemies are, this is a really fun one to use in that situation, because now you don't have to deal with those enemies that were about to pester you. So, Unstoppable Charge, good one. However, Devastating Hack, attack 8 for a burn, giving you 3 XP with the loot on the bottom action. And it's a 27. The problem that I have with this card is a loot as a bottom ability. I don't like those as much as a top ability such as grab and go. So we can move to and then loot. In this case, we just loot and then you're stuck there. You can't move. But it pairs pretty well with things like Juggernaut or Spare Dagger. So you don't have to move, you can just loot and then make a ranged attack. Juggernaut allows you to move and then attack after you've looted. So I have a problem with loot on the bottom, but in this case, because I've taken Juggernaut and because I might keep Spare Dagger, it's actually not too bad. It's not something that I have to worry about. Or we take something like Fatal Advance or Hook and Chain. I don't think I'm going to be taking Hook and Chain. I think I'd rather take Unstoppable Charge over Hook and Chain. And Fatal Advance is one of those things that I would probably take Fatal Advance instead of Devastating Hack, because I'd rather have that move 4 to make him more mobile. And then at the end of the scenario, we can just outright kill any normal enemy that's adjacent to him. And it's just amazing when you've gotten to a point where you have like 2-3 enemies left and they're just pestering you over and over again. You can run up to one, kill it, now you don't have to worry about it. It does burn, but in the case of Devastating Hack, if you miss, you get 3 XP out of it. So while Devastating Hack, an attack of 8, looks really tempting, you must connect with your target for it to be effective. So probably going to pass up Devastating Hack, and I think I'm going to take Unstoppable Charge instead. Because in this case, if I miss with the attack 5, I'll be able to use it again. If I miss with that attack 8, I'm going to cry like a little baby. I mean, the 3 XP does repay you for that miss a little bit, but come on, you want to be hitting hard. So I'm going to take Unstoppable Charge for the fact that if I do miss with an attack of 5, I will still get this card back in my hand, and I'll be able to use it again later. If I miss again, I will start to cry. And as per usual, I will figure out the best way to integrate my new card into the deck his hand before the next episode. Okay, we got a long ways to go here. One perk point, or one perk available. Let's take the consistency. Try or begin to remove some of these negative cards so that when this is pulled, it's also a positive modifier instead of a negative modifier. Oxalis. Rock Slide. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure I'm going to take Rock Slide. Any other time, if I was playing the board game, I would take Rock Slide without a doubt. Create 3 single hex obstacles in empty hexes within range 4. All allies and enemies adjacent to one or more of the created obstacles suffer 2 damage. But it's just so buggy that it makes me not want to take the this ability. The move 6, as long as it's in a straight line, is great on certain rooms. If it's a straight hallway, then it's great. The amount of times that you get into a hallway that has an obstacle right in front of the door, so you can't use it, that happens very frequently. So it seems to me that it's not a great door opener, but if I need to get through across a room and I position myself in the correct way, then it's a really good way to cross a room very quickly. I'm gonna think about it. Let's see what the other card is. Kinetic Assault. Move 1, attack 4. On the top ability, the bottom ability is a retaliate 3 at range 3, which is pretty cool if I was going for retaliation build for him, for it. So I'm probably not going to. I'm not going to change to go to a retaliation build at this point, but still that move 1 attack 4 on the top with a 19, by the way, is really great. That's a great ability. So we're able to move, let's say we take this. This would make it a move 4 attack 4. Or move 1 attack 4 and then, walk away afterward. So we can do kind of hit and run tactics with the Cragheart. It's pretty cool. I like that idea. It's hard for me to pass up Rock Slide though, because I want to make this work, but because it's not the board game, I can't just force it to work. I think I'm still going to take it. It's difficult for me to pass this one up, because I know some greatness that comes out of this card. The great thing about this is once you get this working pretty well, then you move up with Heaving Swing and then punch them into the obstacle you just created in the round before. We're taking Rock Slide with the caveat of it might not work. And that's just the way we're going to have to look at it. It might not work. But in the situations where it does work, it works really well. So I think what I'm going to have to be thinking about, be mindful of where I think it's not going to work, and then try to position myself or maybe get the enemies in different positions where I'm positive it's going to work. Something like that. So yeah, I'm just going to have to be thinking more ahead in order to use that ability. And I think this time I'm going to take Daze. It's a +2, so we're going to add another +2 to the deck. And it comes with a muddle. So in this case, we now have a 2 +2 cards. And the muddle is always going to be helpful. So even if it doesn't die, then it's muddled, and then it's going to attack somebody else at disadvantage. So it's a helpful card. Okay. Finally, Ate. Flurry of Blades. Now this is throwing knives on steroids. Attack 2 at range 3, targeting 3 instead of the 2 for throwing knives. It has a range, or it has an initiative of 3, which is faster than our fastest card of 4, if you thought that 4 was fast. And move 4, gain advantage on all your attacks this round. Wow. So go at initiative 3, move 4, and then use something like single out, or throwing knives, or hidden daggers. And then we have the eagle eye goggles to be able to use advantage again later in the round or earlier in the round. So, or in another round, that is. But before the next rest. So to be able to have advantage twice before a long rest is awesome. It is awesome. This one's hard to pass up. Very hard to pass up. It's also difficult for me to say, let's get rid of throwing knives and take Flurry of Blades, because now we can just sit back and have a ton of non-AoE. These are more flexible, so we can shoot this guy and that girl over there, and we don't have to say, okay, well, we're only getting 2 in this AoE. That's too bad. But in this case, we can have 2 targets anywhere within range, of course. So for her to have hidden daggers, throwing knives, and Flurry of Blades, it's pretty cool. It's unfortunate that it's not attack 3 or something like that, or 4, or 8, but because of things like single out, that works very well with single out. It also works pretty well with, power potions and things like that. Or gruesome advantage. Attack 3, add 3 attack if, and gain 1 XP when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. Add 3 if it's adjacent to none of their allies. So it's backstab on steroids. Even a move of 7 instead of 6. The problem is that initiative. It's difficult. That's a difficult initiative because it's not too late and it's not early. Well, it's not early at all, but I like the 80 pluses and the we'll throw in 12 and under. The 30s and the 60s are difficult to manage because now you don't know if that's early enough or late enough, and you don't know what they're going to be doing and when they're going to be doing it. So going very early is great. Going very late is great. But being in the middle, you can't really plan your turn as much. That's fine. I'm not saying this is a bad card. This is a good card in some situations. If you want to have backstab and gruesome advantage in your deck against a boss, for instance, then yeah, this is a great combination to have in your hand. So you just have to be, take this now, knowing that you probably won't have backstab in your hand all the time, and use that move 7 now. So you can, we could pair this card obviously with hidden daggers, for instance, an 85, knowing we're going late or knowing we're going early, and now we have a move 7 instead of that move 6. But it is nice to have backstab with a 6 initiative. Just some food for thought there. I'm not saying this is a bad card or this is a better card or this is the better card. I'm just saying these are some ways to use these cards, and giving some ideas of which ones kind of pair well together to have in your hand, and just some ideas. So Duelist Advance was another one that would be amazing with Flurry of Blades. If I remembered Flurry of Blades was coming, then Duelist Advance would be a really good one, because add +2 if they're not adjacent to any of their allies. And maybe you can be pretty picky about finding 3 enemies that aren't adjacent to each other and attack them for 4 instead of 2. So if I take Flurry of Blades, maybe I take Duelist Advance later. Do I want to have her be a boss killer is another question. because I could take gruesome advantage and drop backstab, and then just take backstab when we're fighting a boss. I could do that. It's interesting. I think I know what I'm gonna do though. I think I'm gonna go for Flurry of Blades. And by doing that, I already have backstab, and it's pretty decent. It's gonna deal 7, or an attack of 7. It's not 9, it's 7. That's not that huge of a difference. Now, if it was a times 2, 14 versus 18, okay, now we're talking about some difference there. But, hey, we can always take it later. So, I think Flurry of Blades is more the way that I'm going to go with her. And I'm kind of thinking of dropping Swift Bow for it, so that I get rid of one of those 30s. I was also kind of thinking of Special Mixture, because if I'm going to be doing more ranged attacks, I don't really need to be running up and poisoning anyone, nor do I need to heal myself all that much more. So there's some ideas. It's probably, I think I'm just going to do it now, and when I come back for the next episode, if I see that I want it, I can take it back in. Okay. Whew. Dust. Remove 4 plus zeros. No. Heighten. Let's remove 1 0 by adding a +2. Yeah, let's do it that way. So we've left that -1. I mean, I could take it out and do focus instead, but why not? Let's do it this way. That will do it. I don't think there's much here that I'm too interested in at the moment. I could take Eagle Eye Goggles for Oxalis. That could be an option. Empowering Talisman could also be good because he already has that stun powder. Then we could use Empowering Talisman to recover stun powder and then use it again. That's also an option. Pretty expensive option, but we've got the money. Aries, however, let's do this. Skullbane Axe. Here you go, Aries. Spend all your money all at once. And now we have that option for the Skullbane Axe. While we're here, let's head to the Temple of the Great Oak. And let's do it again with Oxalis and Ate. We do want to be donating like crazy, because once we do hit 100, something cool happens with Gloomhaven. Cool. Alright. That's going to do it, folks. I think that was a good episode, starting off strong with beating the Captain of the Guard, and then hunting down some treasure at the Sunken Vessel. Pretty fun scenarios, I think. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can let me know by leaving a like or a comment. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time.